Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video today on this good weekend. Hopefully everyone is being safe, being productive, evolving. You know, it's a time of evolution whether you're just starting your journey or, closing out some karmic cycles, whatever it is, having a good day, going out for lunch, breakfast, heading out to the beach, what's going on with the peoples. So I wanted to get on really quick today and put out some content for you guys before I start today. It's still kind of early. I don't even think it's 12 o'clock yet. Interestingly enough, I just had breakfast. But I wanted to talk about a few things that's actually been bubbling on my consciousness, my subconscious for about the past 2 weeks or so. I recently did some tarot, and I kind of explained the reason why I think people should invest more in themselves, in things like your intelligence. Know your astrology sign, know your birth chart, so that, you can figure out your pluses and the minuses of your life so that you can better yourself. But, yeah, man, we are all familiar with your IQ, your intelligence quotient. So I started to think more and more in regards to, bettering yourself, working on self-development and improvement. The words or the conversation of the community is, high value men, women trying to level themselves up, things like that. So I figured, why not delve deeper into the conversation instead of pointing fingers? Let's develop a concept. We have the IQ, which is the intelligence quotient. We also should have the EQ, which is the emotional quotient. That's going to be your emotional intelligence. And then we have your PQ, which is your physical quotient, which would be your physical intelligence. So when we talk about our IQ or our intelligence quotient, we're talking about our overall, understanding of, the world around us, things that happen to go on during the day. Just basically being conscious, present in that moment, and evaluating everything around you. They often send you out to school and to college and things like that. They have the different tests and thing they use to evaluate your intelligence, see how much you know about, writing and spelling and reading and math and history and arithmetic and all these different things, all the science and the things that go on around us, all these different energies, even though there's also knowledge that they don't even present to us. They just present the bare necessities. But yeah, that's your intelligence quotient. What do you know about a specific topic? How fast can you solve a problem? Things like that. And then you have your EQ, your emotional quotient, your emotion quotient. So birds are trying to talk. Y'all hear these birds chirping. So your EQ or your emotional intelligence would revolve around, how well you can manage your feelings. How well you react to things. We all remember going to the doctor and they used to test our reflexes. They used to hit us in the knee, in a certain nerve in the knee, to see how well our reflexes are reacting. You get the knee. That's where they get the knee-jerk reaction from. All these words and sayings. But yeah, that's how they used to test your your reaction to different things. It's similar. It's almost kind of similar, because typically under these particular circumstances and the culture that we live in, people don't really know how to control their emotions. We are in a very emotionally triggered environment, and that's been part of man's downfall for a while. We put a lot of stock into love and emotions and things like that, instead of weighing our emotions and our brain out to come to a logical decision. or something that's better for everyone. You must come to a balance or equality. But yeah, your emotional your emotion quotient. I guess I keep saying it that way. But your emotional intelligence, man, is just, do you know your emotional triggers? Do you know the things that make you happy? Do you know the things that make you sad? Do you know, do you practice, things that help you release stress, release anger, release frustration, release doubt, promote positivity, promote longevity, promote artistic expression and things like that, positivity. And then you have your PQ, your physical quotient or your physical intelligence. How much do you know about your physical body? I know I've had my second tattoo, or was it my third? Actually, no, it was my first. I had my first tattoo on my back. It's a cross with angel wings on it. You know how many times I've actually seen that tattoo? So physical quotient is, or your physical intelligence is your overall understanding of the physicality of the world around you. But we're talking about self-development. So the physicality of yourself. Do you know how much you weigh? Do you know how tall you are? Do you know how attractive you are? Not being shallow, but these things are important. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, and like a great man once said, wear your weaknesses like they're armor, so no one can use them against you. So know these things about yourself. Did you wash your face and brush your teeth this morning? Know physicality. Do you have a gym membership? Do you take at least 3 days out of the week to go to the gym and things like that? Learn physicality. What are you putting into your body that's causing your body to morph and change into these different things, whether it's good or bad? Do you like what you see in the mirror? Again, the people that you have around you, do physicality. Do you have people around you that's, birds of a feather flock together? People see you hanging around certain people. The first thing they see is the appearance, the physicality. You can't be a dude wearing a suit and tie, not to point out certain people. You can't be wearing a suit and tie, but every woman that you got standing around you looks like a stripper. Like, how we gonna debate that? How we gonna defend that argument? But that's all I wanted to kind of bring to the forefront of my subconscious, or the forefront of my conscious today. Kind of something I've been going over and over in my head. Again, everyone should, again, people celebrate their birthday, but they don't really believe in astrology. People go to church every Sunday and want to bring up Jesus and the Bible, but they don't believe in the things that they can actually see from their porch. The stars, the moon, the sun. People don't believe these things, but they... Like, I'd rather be a madman believing my own thoughts than be a madman believing in somebody else's thoughts. Somebody wrote a book from 5,000 years ago about somebody that... Come on now. You're supposed to be living your life, not learning as much as you can about somebody else's life. This is a waste of life. He wasted his life so you can waste your life trying to learn about something that doesn't even apply to you anymore. Like, there's a different Jesus today. That's you. You spending your time learning and researching. You spending your whole entire life trying to decode the codex of a Bible, one book, when there's a billion books on this planet. What sense does that make? God is in you. Learn yourself. It's funny. I have a weird spirit. Sometimes I don't even pay attention. Like, if I don't work or I don't go to school, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I look up at the day, man, and I look up at the sun. Or I don't know when the moon cycles are coming around. I look up and I see, oh, it's a new moon. Oh, it's a quarter moon. Oh, it's a half moon. I measure my time like that. I wake up. I wake up instantly every day at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I do not need an alarm clock. No one has to tell me that I need to eat a salad, go to the gym, and drink more water on a daily or weekly. No one needs to tell me to do that. I take accountability and responsibility for myself. Of course, I've learned to do these things over time due to the way that I was raised, and then also having the whole liver transplant thing. I've also had to learn how to better myself and just taking care of myself in different ways. Things that other people don't even have to think a second thought about. But again, these are things that make you better than other people. Not to toot my own horn, you know. It is what it is. The facts are the facts, you know. When we go to the Olympics and one country beats one country, that's bragging rights for another country. Your people sucked. They weren't prepared. We're not going to sugarcoat it and baby you and say, oh, you get first, you get second place, and you get runner-up and all these things. No. Because at the end of the day, when something happens, especially for men, when something happens to a man, no one's going to accept your excuses. They accept women excuses all day long. But as soon as a man messes up, there's no excuses. But just more on bettering yourself, self-improvement, evolution, things like that. We want to become more conscious and positive, become more with the singularity. People are acting like they're being social, but people are. The bottom line is they're not being social. They're hiding behind cell phone cameras and social media accounts, and it's just an overall really bad look. It's my lady, when I first met her, she was really, really, really into Sims. So funny, over the past week I started thinking about reality and Sims. I'm about to get ready to download Sims onto my laptop, simulate some reality. It's just so crazy. You start to see life in a different ways. Everyone's gonna have their repeated moments of deja vu, or where they see, reality's broken, a cog in the machine. It could be as simple as a factory worker. You got a million products on the dang assembly line conveyor belt, and then you see that one product is messed up. It's called the cog in the machine. It's called the glitch in the matrix. You're fishing and you're just daydreaming, waiting for a fish to snap onto your hook. You think you see something, and then you double back and you think you see something again, and then you think you hear something, and it's deja vu. These things happen for a reason, man. But people, there's so much going on around us that people don't really pay attention. It's the mango tree, man. The fruits are starting to get so heavy that they're starting to fall off of the tree. So they're starting to blossom. We're going to start taking some of these mangoes and putting them in the cupboard so they can ripen up. And, yeah, man. That's good omens right there. That's good timings, and good tidings. Go in the house and do some writing, right? But yeah, man, hopefully you have a good day. Stay blessed. Love you all. Be safe.